from 6K.
Hi, I'm Joshua Chen from 6K.
If your country doesn't have snow, like us, this experiment is perfect for you. First experiment we're going to do is fake snow. Fake snow, you can use shaving cream with baking soda, but we don't have enough shaving cream. So now we're going to take baking soda plus water. Now my partner here is going to take 1 cup of measuring cup. If you get too little baking soda, it will be really dry. But if it's too much, it will be too wet. So now my partner here, he has 1 cup of baking soda. And so now he's going to put it in the beaker. Now after he puts it in the beaker, he's going to take a little bit of water and bring it inside the beaker. So now my partner here is going to take 2 tablespoons of water and putting it inside the beaker. Just imagine if you put too little water, it will be too dry. So if it's too dry, you can put more water. Add 1 tablespoon each. Now my partner here, see, right now it's too dry. So now my partner here is gonna add more water. But right now it's still a little bit too dry. So now my partner here is gonna put more water. And now my partner is gonna mix it really well. If you want to try this at home, please ask your parents to help you. If you want more fluffier snow, you can use shaving cream with baking soda to make that just more fluffier. Right now, as you can see, it's really fluffy snow. You can play it at home if you want, or play outside if you want. You can make really good snowballs with it.
And it should look just like this. You can make it form.
See? And you also can make a really small snowman, or you can make snowballs with it, so you can show your friends. See? It just crumbles like rain, like real snow. And instead, it's just made from baking soda and water.
And it's not that hard to clean up too. Since it's all just a powder like this, you can squeeze it together to form a really big snowball to clean up. To clean up, you put it in a sink with some vinegar so it can help unclog your pipes. It's perfect for making snowballs just like this.
So now we're going to start on the second experiment. Okay. Now I'm going to take this fake snow and I'm going to put it aside while I explain about the second experiment.
So the second experiment is oobleck. Oobleck is not a solid and it's not a liquid. It is neither. At the same temperature, it can be a solid and a liquid. Just like ice and water, but ice and water is when you freeze it and when it's at room temperature. But oobleck at room temperature can be water and it can be like water and ice, hard like ice and liquidy like water. So right now, my partner is adding 1 cup of corn flour. The ratio of oobleck is 2 parts corn flour and 1 part water. That means if you use 1 cup like we're using here, you are going to use half a cup of water. So you can add it to this bowl. It should look like this so far.
So now we're going to take a little bit of water, maybe like
Half a cup.
maybe you should use half a cup if you like. But I'm going to use this measuring cup.
Okay, so now we're going to add water. corn flour. And
But while it's starting to form, if you want to add a little bit of food coloring,
now's the perfect time.
I'll
Just
just
a drop. Now, you can use a spoon, but I recommend the spatula. It's much easier to mix.
see, as you can see, it's becoming really hard right now. This, but not, it looks a little bit too wet. So now we're going to put more corn flour.
It shouldn't be this flowing.
So now, after you add enough corn flour, maybe just a little bit more, just to make it the right texture. If you still see this, that's the sign that means you should add more corn flour. Just a little bit, because you don't know when you add too much.
But if you add too much, you're going to add a little bit more water. But the food coloring is completely optional. If you don't want to use food coloring, don't. And you can use other colors. You can use red, you can use green, you can use yellow, any colors you want. Or you can just have plain white oobleck.
Okay, and
But
now
the secret to mix oobleck is not too hard. If you do too hard, it will become solid. That's the interesting thing about oobleck.
see, and now here you have it, oobleck. Oobleck. See, if I use force to punch it, it's just absorbing the energy from my punch. But if you just take one finger without force, just put it in, it will sink right to the bottom. See. But if you hit it, it doesn't even crack, not even a little bit. But if you just take it, it just slips right through your hands.
A cool thing to experiment with oobleck if you're making this at home, you can take some oobleck and you can squeeze it really hard to make it into a ball, and then you can just release and let it just flow through your hands from a solid to a liquid in seconds.
Between these two experiments, which one is yours, Joshua?
Mine is the oobleck.
Why? But mine is the baking soda plus water. Because the fake snow is just really good. I've never been to a country with snow before. Have you, Joshua?
No, I haven't.
Which one was the best? Which one was your favorite?
Tell us.
Thank you.